Boom. Am I live? I didn't hit going live. I didn't hit go live on YouTube. We can. That's great news. What are we talking about? Whatever we want. Whatever we feel like. In about 45 minutes, we'll be doing a drink taste test because I ordered some drinks. We are talking. Okay, wait, let me hold up. Please treat all guests with respect. I love that. I live for that. I love that so much. Okay, hang on. No FNAF 2 movie spoilers. Oh my god. Okay. I hope I'm abundantly clear. That is the one thing we won't talk about. First stream in 6 months? Oh my gosh, I'm glad you're here. No. Good. Yeah, we will not be spoiling FNAF 2 movie. So help me God if you do that. You are out. You are out for good. You are banished. Freddy is in FNAF 2, guys. We are FNAF. We are the children. Toast is here. Do we think they'll make another game? Yes, absolutely. I think they'll be releasing DLC for I believe they'll be releasing DLC for Five Nights at Freddy's. Sorry, for Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh my god, for freaking Ruin. I think they're on their way. Just wait in a few seconds. Someone's gonna spam spoilers. We'll get them out of here. We'll get them out of here. I love the part where Batman fought Springtrap. The good thing though, Carnage, we do have like a good little group here. Oh my god. Anyway. Now you've seen Toast, right? Okay. So, yeah, at a certain point I will have drinks here that we can try. There's also, you can ignore Zeke's toy in the background. I'll move this up a little bit just to avoid that. Now you can just see dog food. That's fine. Hello Movie Marker. Hi Theory. And his devious spoil nature, lol. Anyway, I was trying to show you guys Toast, but she's like very much loafed up, and there's not really a good way to show her and me in the frame at the same time, so she's just gonna have to be loafed up down here. Purple guy isn't William Afton. Honestly, I would kind of live forever if they did put like a literal purple guy in the FNAF movies, and he's just like, what? I'm just a sprite. Thank you. It's like a full like nightgown length hoodie, and I decided I couldn't. I've been having bad insomnia type-ish. It's been bad. And so last night, you can call me crazy, but I was like, I'm gonna turn my heat off overnight so that it's all cold, so super cold outside of my bed. So hopefully, like, that will do something to me psychologically and I will get good rest. It worked. It worked. So, there you go. You get a fan when you sleep? I do. I do. It's not been enough. It's not been enough. I don't know what's been going on. Can't sleep without a fan. Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of fans. Sleep fans. But it just has not been enough lately. Oh, you need the sound. Yeah, okay, I guess I don't have like a white noise fan. I just have an overhead. I just have an overhead fan. But it worked, and I did actually get genuine sleep last night. I'm doing all right, Lucas. How are you? But yeah. I'm not a good sleeper. And I've talked to like doctors about it, and they're like, it's your sleep hygiene. You don't have good sleep hygiene. You need to like be going to bed around the same time every night. You need to be stop eating like so many hours before bed. You gotta you know, and like less screen time and stuff before bed. And I'm a failure, like, on all fronts. I'm a failure. Cannot go to sleep without listening to something. I have to have something on. I've been trying to find, like, more and more soothing things to go to sleep to that if like, just in case, like, that's, like, a part of it. I don't know. Big fan of when that happens, yeah. Camp of the outside of my bed needs to be glass of water at a restaurant chilled. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I used to go to sleep to what is it, like rainymood.com or rainysounds.com. I used to go to sleep to that and usually sleep to jazz. I'm not a big fan of jazz and I'm sorry about that. But I'm glad you have something that works for you. But yeah, I what was I saying? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I like it to be cold outside of my bed, but I want to be nice and cozy. I was gonna say something else, but I really don't remember what anymore. But also in the winter, I get dry. Does anyone else get dry in the winter? There are so many times where like William Springlock audio. I love that. Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, there are times where like I have to get up out of bed to reapply lotion to my hands and feet because it's so ding dang dry that I can't sleep. I'm also potentially just like very particular about sleep. I also have a problem of fighting when I'm naturally sleepy to stay up, whether it's because I absolutely must do that to get something done, or if it's like I get off of work and I come home and I finally eat and am like sitting down and I'm like I just want to relax and like live my life and I don't want to go to sleep and then I like don't go when my body is naturally like it's time. And so then I get stuck awake. Can't sleep to music. Oh, I can't either. I can't sleep to music. It does something to my it's been like this my whole life. It does something to my brain, okay? When I was a kid, my mom would play piano music, not with a real piano. She just had like a CD, and so it would just CD would just repeat the same like 14 piano songs over and over again to put me to sleep. And I, like, have a visceral memory of that being, like, anxiety inducing and daunting for me as a child. Hi, Lavender. Kinda dry. Mainly your nose. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I don't like sleeping to music. I don't like it at all. I also used to have a thing growing up where if someone played a DVD to go to sleep to and it would go back to the DVD menu, I would always wake up as the DVD menu started to loop. That stuff messes me up. Hi, Angel. You just popped in. I don't know. I'm just like, we're just talking. We might do something. You've been listening to heavy metal / punk music. Okay, okay, okay. Mic type stuff, yeah. Oh, you like consistent sounds. Yeah, my thing is like as soon as something starts being like repetitive, I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I'm getting out of here. Have you seen the mimic is a dinosaur theory? I don't think so. Let me look that up. Eat zucchini. Eat zucchini. Is a dinosaur. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna be really honest with you, and this is no shade to this person. I don't think it's their fault at all. I tried to watch that video, and I literally could not get through it. My bad. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Frigid, what's the rest of your name? It's not showing me. Frigid Jurgensen, thank you so much for 10 gifted memberships. That was very sweet of you. Happened as soon as I went away. It's a theory that's got you hooked. Okay, Crab. I don't know how you got here either. I'm sorry. We're just chatting. Feel free to Feel free to boot it if you hate, if you don't, you're not catching the vibe. You don't have to catch it in here. uh, Crazy bear hoodie hours. That's what I'm saying. Oh, I should have had my little bear cup. I should have gotten some drink to put in my bear cup. I can put the drinks, I can put one of the drinks that's on the way in my bear cup. That's what I'll do. And then I'll be like, and then I'll be total bared up. Um, Planning on seeing the movie today, but you're so sleepy. Fair enough. Fair enough. Have you seen the concept art for the Mimic Steel Wool posted? I have. Yes. Mason, I would agree. I would agree. I would agree. I should log into Blue Sky on this computer. I made my Blue Sky handle She's Always Nervous. I should have just done She's Nervous because She's Always Nervous is so long and harder to read like that. I wish I hadn't done that. Now, will I remember the password to this account? I did! Thank God. Eat zucchini. Eat zucchini. I can't, I'm sorry, I have cat's eye. Absolutely has taken over my freaking brain. Off Blue Sky and Insta till January, fair enough. Keeping, yeah. I can never remember passwords. My problem is that I have a password system, and sometimes when I go back to a website after a long time, I'm like, gee, I really hope that I followed the system for this and didn't stray because I was in a rush one day. And so far, I've managed to not mess that up. Or sorry, I don't know how to explain this. I didn't follow the system with Blue Sky. That's all I can say. I can't be specific, obviously, about my password system, but I didn't follow the system with Blue Sky. And so I have to internally remember. Now, you could just say nervous, just change your dang password to the one that fits the system. Sure, yeah, I probably should. But I neglected the system when I made this account because I was in a rush and just kind of did the first password that came to my head. And so I have to remember it. I have to remember that I didn't follow the system. And that's a part of the system, I suppose. Sometimes you can't even, if you knew my system, you couldn't even trust that I followed it. We waiting for the Secret of the Mimic movie? I don't need it. Can I just be, I'm gonna stay a Mimic hater, I think is what I'm gonna do. And anybody who has a genuine problem with that, take a hike. I don't care. I'm still going to theorize about it. I'm still going to find things that I like about it and find intriguing and interesting about it. Obviously. But on the basis of just being an internet user and just being a person online, I'm a hater. That's just the way that it is. I'm just going to be a hater of the Mimic. And I don't need a Mimic movie. I don't need to see it adapted anywhere else. If I were Edwin, I would have beat it up way sooner. Oh God. I appreciate having an aura of being deeply unserious. I think I've curated too much being too serious. And I want to move completely out of that realm. I've been getting It's funny because the Mimic itself is adaptive. If not child, why puntable? Exactly. Yeah, I just want to be I just want to be a hater. I think that's just what I want to be. In an unserious way. Can we accept that? Like, can I be a hater in an unserious way? Like, genuinely, because, like, hater but make it fun. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be like, this is not me going like Scott Cawthon and Steel Wool have messed up FNAF forever and I hate it and I'm not doing it anymore. Because like for the longest time I was like, if I say anything negative about the Mimic and stuff like that, like people are gonna think that I like hate the series now. And it's like, why would you even talk about it if you hate it? I love FNAF, obviously. I mean, I'm interested enough in it, obviously. I'm just talking about being a hater, Ice Rabbit. Like a fun hater. Not a fun hater. Now we're walking in all kinds of miscommunications. But is what I'm saying make sense? Oh! Get out of here. Hold on. No, we're not talking about the FNAF 2 movie. Why would you say that? I know you're like proposing a theory, but you know that your theory had a reveal from the movie in it. I can't believe that. I just want you to know how freaking serious I am. Like, this is not fun time. Objectively, if you freaking say anything, you've said the last thing you're ever going to say in my chat. You've said the last thing you're ever going to say in my chat if it's something that gets revealed in the movie that is not explicitly in a trailer. If it is not explicitly in a trailer, don't say it. Heavens to bets. No warnings. No timeouts. I don't trust you. Sorry. I don't want to get actually heated, but like I'm being so freaking for real right now. I made it the pinned comment. Sorry. I'm not trying to be a like again. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't have to excuse myself. This is my channel. I say who stays or goes. Guys, are we still hyped for 5 laps at Freddy's? Be so for real with me. Is that still happening? I know it is. It's being delayed until what, next year? Man, I thought it was supposed to come out this year, actually. Is it not coming out till next year? Just says 2026. Did it have that many, like, issues? FLAF is a fun demo. I know, yeah. Oh, yeah, Carnish. True. It would be really fun, Seeker. It would be really fun. I think that they would be doing a bit of a disservice to not put something in there. Maybe that's why it's taking longer. I don't know. Maybe they decided to make it more than what it was. Maybe they, I don't know. Maybe they want the stuff to kind of, what's the word? Maybe they want the stuff to fit better with the game timeline now, because when they released 5 Laps at Freddy's, the billboard for the hug vacuum was different than the one that we ended up seeing in the games. So maybe they're trying to make it fit better with the games instead of Tails. It's unbelievable they're taking this long for a racing game past prototype. It's very likely it's FNAF World for taking this much longer. Maybe. Maybe that's the sign. I don't know. I hope so. I genuinely hope that it's a good game. Like, because everybody's right. Like, the demo did rock, in my opinion anyway. I think the demo rocked. It was obviously bugged, but the concepts that we got in it and the tracks themselves I did enjoy. Maybe I'm a low bar to pass, though. I could very well just be like too easy to please with a racing game, because I don't even have to be good at a racing game. I just gotta get, I just want to go. So, what's going on? We're just chatting. Well, right now we're talking about 5 Laps at Freddy's and how it's taken way longer than anticipated. And I'm just like sad about that because I would really like to play it now, frankly. I will be real. The idea of this stream today, or my thought process with this stream today, was I really wanted to play Animal Crossing. Oh, right! Oh, thank you for reminding me about that, Carnish. I totally forgot all about Poppy. There's been so much Poppy news. All right, hold on. We'll look at Poppy news in a second. Let me finish my thought real quick. I wanted to play Animal Crossing today on my Switch 2 because I haven't logged into my Animal Crossing island in, I don't know, 3 years, a long time. And so I was like, oh, it'll be funny to see everybody mad at me. And then we can watch, it can be like one of those clean my room with me videos, but it's like me in Animal Crossing trying to like fix all the weeds and stuff. And like we get back to our like baseline of like a good, I know. I know about the Poppy thing. We'll get there. But I realized that my computer only has one HDMI port and everything else is a display port. And so I don't have a display port cable. I don't have a cable for that. So I can't use my capture card right now. So one thing that was less complicated on my laptop. Oh my god. Okay. We'll go to the Poppy stuff. This is great because I was going to talk about Poppy this week and I completely forgot. And I saw this, you guys have just like completely jogged my brain so I can actually do this. We'll watch it together. This can be a part of the video. You guys are going to become a part of my YouTube video. How cool is that? Okay. Let me, I know this is going to seem crazy, but I don't actually know what this is going to, okay. It worked! It worked perfectly, actually. All I have to do is switch up this. That worked quite well, actually. Aw, guys, you're gonna be a part of the YouTube video now. That's fun. Okay. I need my headphones. I'll just cut down this reaction. This will be a part of it, and then I'll just share the rest of my thoughts later. I know. Welcome home. Look, it's hard for me to talk with my headphones on right now. They like squeeze my head a lot. Anyway, I want to talk about Welcome Home so bad, but I like can't wrap my head around all of it. Like there's so much I've missed that I've just, sorry, I keep hitting that. I've just missed too much. That's what I'm saying. Hello, welcome home. Isn't it lovely? All alone. Heart made of glass, my mind of stone. Sorry. You've simply got to excuse me a smidge. I'm a little crazy. Okay. Close captions. Okay. Make sure my volume is correct. That'll probably be fine. Let me test this. Maybe a little too loud. Okay, sorry. All right, we'll do this. Okay. Running. This is cinematic. Oh, it's the braid girl. Ooh, that's looking good. I just realized I actually have a computer that can run the games now. I actually have a computer that can run the games now. Fair enough, Mrs. Trap. Fair enough. Okay, well, let me watch that again, I suppose. We'll, like, break it down. Okay, first of all, this is the bomb, right, from last game. Oh my god, why do I keep doing that? It's time to come home. Is it so cinematic? It's kind of crazy. It's time to come home. Yeah, it's just a prototype coming after her. We're dropped down somewhere. There's yet another level. We're going to have so much fun. And then it's freaking... it's freaking K-pop Demon Hunters. Check that out. No, I know what it is. That's fun. Okay. What are the people saying? Please, for the love of all that is good in this world, take your time. Okay. Scorpion thingy? It's the braid girl. I can't remember her name. What's the name of the braid? I don't know why I can't remember. Rumi! Yeah. But what is her name? The name of the girl in the game. They announced her name. Betty Braid? I don't know. Something. Lucy Longlock. Her name is something Braid. Lily Love Braids. Lily Love Braids. Lily Love Braids. Lily Love Braids. I was kind of close. I was kind of close. Thank you. Thank you, Carnish. I was already looking it up. My bad. Willy Waft Braids. That's so funny. Well, that was fun. Yeah, you like that? It's probably like... it's one of my favorite hats. I don't have very many hats, so... no braids. Hi, Withered. Anyway. Well, that'll be fun. Poppy finds herself cornered by a new experiment. Let me go ahead and... oh, jeez Louise, dude. I already have a headache. Can I just, like, not? Can I simply not have a headache? Maybe I'll get myself some, water in a second to try to combat this. Can we look at this for a second? What the heck is this mess? Like, how do you see that this is the absolute slop being fed to us and still find a way to defend generative AI? I know there are people in my audience who are like, I don't see what's so bad about it. I don't care. You should figure it out because frankly, it's disgusting. Sonic's horror movie trailer part 3. Yeah, I did see that. Excuse me. Is that a fake baby in a sari? Yeah. Yeah, Poppy is like, no! Thank you, Zeta. Anyway. This is just my daily reminder that AI sucks. Generative AI and overly agreeable language learning models are bad because they're slop and they're horrible for the environment, and they are making all of our electricity bills go up. If you don't have to pay for an electricity bill here yet, then maybe you don't get it. But for some of us, it's kind of insane. And I'm just like, I have truly reached the point where I should stop reading comments because I have seen comments of people defending AI. I know, Owl. I've seen YouTube comments of people defending AI. I have no power. I have no self-control. I have no willpower than to not respond and just say the same thing over and over and over again. Because I don't understand, like, I don't know. I do understand it. I do understand it. I do understand it. We're being conditioned to feel this way. We are. We're being conditioned to feel this way, but I'm so mad at it. I think it's so sick. Bye, Angel. It's not lacking self-control, it's being righteously angry. Sure, but sometimes I've got other things I really should be doing. And I don't like that I let it move me out of a productivity mindset and into like a I must change the world mindset. But I just don't, I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Can we please just teach the robots to do the jobs that are horribly dangerous? Like logging? Maybe we can just make some logging robots. Maybe we should stop trying to teach them how to drive. Because they're not very good at it. And people are getting hurt. And I don't even know what happens or who's held responsible when a freaking Waymo or whatever they're called freaking kills somebody. I don't know who gets held responsible for that. Who gets in trouble? Nobody? Is it just a fine that the company has to pay? Sorry. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. The company that runs it does. But what, do we put the CEO in jail? Like, are we putting him on trial? Him, he, her, she, them. Are we putting the CEO on trial for manslaughter? Or are they just having to pay money? Because any crime where the punishment is a fine is only a crime for poor people. If the punishment for the crime is just a fine, then that's only illegal for poor people. It shouldn't be legal to commit manslaughter just because you're a company. And I'm sick and tired of this crap. I feel like if your product has murdered someone, murdered is not the right word, has killed someone due to its inabilities to correct on impact or whatever, however the response time of the freaking car company, whatever. Look, I'm not a scientist. I don't know. But like, you should have to go on trial immediately and be like, okay, now we're treating this situation as if you personally did it. You defend yourself. Like, I'm sorry. I'm frustrated because I've been, like, thinking a lot about, like, crime lately and how we define it as a society. It's annoying. Just like NFTs, try to block and avoid as much AI as possible. Yeah, exactly. 'Cause that's all you can do. Yeah, exactly. We don't need AI to drive cars or be therapists. It would be great if they could if put them in the mines. Do you know what I'm referencing? Sentient AI shoes. They stole a car and escaped because they got bored. That's funny. My chat keeps freezing. If a product is called injury or delusion, that needs to be looked into and accountability must happen. I agree, Zeta. And like, you know what's so crazy? I like, you know, I'm sitting back here and I'm ragging on Edwin for like making AI robot wife. Bro was like on the cutting edge of what we were going to be doing in the actual real world. Like, how can I look at Five Nights at Freddy's and call it science fiction when people are actually having romantic, long-standing relationships with computer language learning models? Carnish, yeah, true. I know. I have a lot of respect for Book Edwin. I hope that like, you know, later. We live in Smart House 1999. It's so real. Crypto's a scam. Yeah. It's crazy. But yeah, like when I like technically on some level like what Edwin did was fairly tame compared to like what is going on in the real actual world. I know, Zeta. I know. It's very strange to me. Though I do let me be empathetic for a moment because I do care, but I understand why we are at this stage, and I do not necessarily blame the people who are seeking out these like types of relationships because one, they're being advertised, they're being sold, so they're being manipulated by algorithms and by the people who have a vested interest in you getting hooked on AI. Um, and we're in a loneliness epidemic. The male loneliness epidemic. The male loneliness epidemic is fairly self-inflicted. I'm just gonna say that. But that doesn't mean that capitalism and the patriarchy and blah blah blah. And I can only speak from an American perspective, okay? I can only speak from an American perspective. But like, is my food here? Not food. Drinks. Close. We're close. What am I trying to say? Oh yeah. Like those things that they do isolate us. Like we are fairly isolated people. I mean, I am a fairly isolated person in the sense that a lot of my social interactions come from when we're streaming. Like a lot of the other time, I have a difficult time having access to my own friends because we're all terribly busy people and also fairly introverted people, so it's hard for us to get together. So a lot of like my social interactions are happening through my phone, like where I'm chatting with my friends, or I'm on Discord with people, or I'm in here talking about this. True. The if you have like a sensitivity to rejection, which like I mean it's very human to have a sensitivity to rejection. I just mean like enough so that it prevents you from even seeking out a relationship because you don't want to be rejected. That's completely eliminated with AI. You don't have to do any self-reflection or self-improvement with an AI because they will just go there and do that. You know what I mean? Like the because the AI are very agreeable is what I'm trying to say. Because the AI people are very agreeable. AI people, AI like chat girlies and whatever. It's a lot of girls. They wait, what? Friend Santa is on the way to the library? Oh my gosh. Okay, have fun with Santa. Jesus. I missed that. Um What am I talking about? Anyway, I understand why we are where we are. And like I said, I don't necessarily blame people. Okay. I blame the companies and I blame the governments that are not stepping in to regulate this stuff. Personally. That doesn't mean that I don't have some frustration with people who insist that AI is great and good and they're going to use it no matter what and who like go out of their way, especially when they are somewhat educated. But majority of the blame, in my opinion, falls on the powers that be, and the regulatory agencies that are not either not doing their job or not able to do their job for one reason or another. Okay. And that's me just making one more rant about AI because like I want it to be so abundantly clear how I feel. Some people who can't speak or disabled use the voices, but that's a different topic. When we're talking about, first of all, when we're talking about accessibility, we're having a different conversation. I want to say that. There are so many technologies that I would believe would make disabled people's lives more fruitful, more fulfilled, more accessible, that instead we use for like stupid stuff, and we make those tools inaccessible, technology inaccessible, financially inaccessible to disabled people. That's very, very frustrating. Like if we're getting into disability advocacy and like quality of life and things like that, it's a very different conversation, and I totally understand it. That, there's conversations to be had. Everything has nuance. There's a conversation to be had. Like at the end of the day, that's the correct kind of response we should have. Okay, this technology has capacity to improve the quality of life for people, but it also has like adverse environmental impacts. What do we do to maximize the good here and minimize the bad? What can we do to offset the bad? Because like frankly, there's a lot we can do to offset the bad, but we don't do it because it's not as profitable. And I hate that. Whoever was saying earlier, like I wish more people were like Edwin, like in the real world, as like surrounding AI. Like yes, I agree with you. I wish more people came to the realization that Edwin came to, where he just goes, "Wait a minute, this is bad, and we shouldn't do it." But by then it was too late, and I think bad people in the FNAF universe have already gotten their hands on the technology. Can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, Edwin. Can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. People use it to make hideous AI covers that sound like Satan himself sung it. True. Let's talk about it, Evan. For real. Okay, anyway. Let's go back to Poppy. Is this all Mob has uploaded? They've got stuff on there. Surely they have stuff on... Oh, there's a teaser trailer that they did a month ago that I completely missed. So let's look at this. I gotta go... The food... Wait, is it here? My order was delivered. Okay, I'm gonna get my food from outside, so I'm gonna turn my camera off since my outside is behind me. This looked crazy down there. So you guys can sit here while I be right back, and then I'm gonna turn the heat down actually because I'm toasty now with this jacket on. I went on that rant like right before this showed up, so I don't know how long it's been out here. Maybe 5 minutes. Not terribly cute. Alrighty. We're going back to puppy playtime now, but I do have drinks to try. They all have my freaking government name plastered front and So, like, I have to figure out how to be... Let me take all the stickers off before I turn the camera back on. I'll watch through this teaser trailer while I peel these stickers off. Okay? That's what we'll do. You guys said there was work time like there was ever a moment that I was actually away. Prototype. Just walking around. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, what was that? What was that? What was that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Da 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 da. A needle pulls a thread. The body writhes on the table. Is this life? Footsteps. Footsteps. Footsteps something? You know, footsteps something. What can I say? From the... Oh my god. I don't know. Toys eyes? Give to the scream? Something? There's more. But we only have that one frame. Do you guys see that? Do we have the answer to what that fully says? Has someone figured it out? Scott Cawthon invented fire. Oh my god. Doesn't say much. Footsteps echo off the manor floor. Oh. Oh, that makes sense. Maybe the eyes glance to the screen? Interesting. And then it's like a skull. Freaky skull. Is it like Poppy's skull? It's got huge eyes. Scary. Wow. That's effective. That's effective. Okay, I have 3 drinks here. We'll try these drinks and then we'll go back to more Poppy stuff. More Poppy stuff. Because I think there is more that I could definitely get. Okay. I do have all of my items. And I have taken the stickers off of all of them. Here's our first one. It is an Ube Dr. Pepper. It's a dirty soda. Look at this little freak. Look at this little freak. She's like, leave me alone. Like, she's not the one who came over here. And then I also have some little, like, cinnamon donut thingies. Not donut. They're little cinnamon things. I don't know. Okay. So let's try this. Our Ube Dr. Pepper. Should I do a... That's a cat, not a drink. You're hilarious. Okay, let's see if we like it. Oh, I didn't shake it. I didn't shake it before I opened it. Oh my god, this is delicious. Oh my heavens. Oh, that's lovely. Mmm. 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 Oh my god. Okay. I think that gets a solid 9 for me. It may be a 10, but I'll have to shake it up first. Or, sorry, stir it up first. Because there's something in the bottom here that I wasn't getting. I know, the can is cute. Okay. Alright, I think I got it more mixed up down there now, so let's try it. Let's try it. Okay, yep. That bumped it. This is from a place called Candy Cloud. I don't know how popular it is. Maybe I should have checked that before I, like, posted it on here. I know it's a chain. Candy Cloud is a chain. So, how many locations do they have? Okay, not a crazy amount of locations, but they are in multiple states. I'm trying to find just like a map. Oh, well, you can Google it. You can Google. I presume. But yeah. Aloe vera water in a pineapple shaped glass. Cute. Yeah, that's delicious. It's like it's ube flavor and vanilla and Dr. Pepper. So good. Okay. Am I really going to drink all three of all of these? I don't know. But I'm going to go as far as I can. I need water. I need to go get a palate cleanser. Let me get a palate cleanser. I'll be right back. Enjoy bunny time. Let Bunny know your thoughts. Hi, buddy. What's up, mister? What's up, buddy? What's wrong? It is not even 5 o'clock yet, you little boob. Chill out. No, you guys are all being crazy. Shut up, bud. Okay. I got a palate cleanser and I put it in my little freaking guy. Okay. She's judging. Yeah, she's a little judgmental. I think it's just I think it's the side eye. Hi, Candy! Candy Bunny, we're trying drinks. Check out. Look at this one. It's ube Dr. Pepper. This is really good. That's really good. Okay, anyway, I gotta cleanse my palate. I've still got to make him a little something to hold here. I think the walkie-talkie would be really cute. If I made him like the if I made him the plush bear and I gave him the little walkie-talkie. Udon. That would be a different drink. To be fair, Burb, she is dressed way better than any of us are. I presume. I don't know how you guys are dressed. Okay, the next thing we're going to try is some chai. I'm pretty sure I'm going to like this. I'm going to go ahead and do a little shake up. This is what I do love about Candy Cloud, because I can shake like very gently and move things around in the drink. He's holding an even smaller bear. Shut up! Have I seen the shrine? I'm not sure I know what you're talking about. You're in a full suit and tie? Oh, okay. I will speak it exclusively for myself. Okay, this is chai with oat milk and caramel. Did they give me the right thing? Did they give me the right thing? Yes, they did. They put, I don't know, it tastes different than the chai I got last time. It's still good. Let me try it with a straw. Then we can theorize about Poppy Playtime. We can just do that. Straw does make it taste better. It's doing it. It's doing it for me. I'm gonna give that a solid 7. Not as good as this, but still pretty delish. And I think that the reason... I need to Google something. I don't know if the oat milk is doing this for me. I don't know. It tastes like there's coffee in it. And I'm starting to feel crazy because I've definitely had chai before that doesn't. Tastes like coffee. So I'm just like, did I get one with coffee in it and not know? Because they do sell chai with like espresso in it. So I may have ordered... Oh my God, I'm gonna scream. I may have ordered the wrong one. This may be my fault, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, it's taking too much energy for me. I'm over it. This is good. Hi, Clavis. We're just drinking. All right, let me cleanse my palate one more time. I think this does have like just a little shot of coffee in it or something, which is totally fine. Love it. But I expected it to be more chai, less coffee. Coffee is just a very intense flavor for me. Okay. So far, the Dr. Pepper is a winner. Hydrate. Hydrate. The confused bear is demanding it. Okay, so this last one is called Power Surge, and I added boba to it. Like, I think it's like sour boba or something. Blue raspberry boba, but it is... Jeez, let me just look it up. It's Sprite with it's Sprite with coconut and some other things. Hang on. I don't know what about the chai smells. Tastes like there's coffee in it because it doesn't show that it's a dirty chai, but it's okay. It tastes exactly like it's supposed to, and it's just not, it's my favorite. That's all. Power Surge. Passion fruit, blue raspberry, and a splash of white chocolate, not coconut. And then I added sour blue raspberry boba to it to make it crazier. Sprite and banana. This one, you said this one's so pretty. I know, isn't it pretty? And I'll be honest, I've had this one before, but I didn't have it with the boba. So I'm going to taste it with the boba now. But doesn't it look like the ocean? Like the Caribbean? It looks like it's from the Caribbean. Water from the Caribbean. Sprite and bananas? What are we talking about? Aw, Ron, thank you. Right now the content is just... Oh, it smells so good. Right now the content's crazy because we're just doing this. But we're talking about Poppy Playtime, so if you have any thoughts on chapter 5. Not even gonna bother with this one without the straw because it's got boba in it. I got rocks. I got ice. Yes. I think the sour boba Oh, advised against medically. Okay. I think the boba next leveled this. The last time I had it, I wasn't 100% sure how to feel. It was kind of giving me... It was giving me a little bit mouthwash. Not gonna lie. But this... Carnage, that's funny. This is salty too because of the sour. Well, it's sour. That just reminds me of salt. It's very sweet. It's like Jolly Rancher is a good comparison. If you're like, like, this is a lot. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is one that I didn't finish last time because it was so sweet. And I've basically just made it sweeter. But the sour kind of cuts into, I don't know, I like it. Of the three, I'm most likely to finish this one. We'll give this one, what we give, this one, we ultimately gave it a 10. I would give this one a 9. And this one a 7. But this is my fault. It's a very well done drink. Hi, Fazbear. It's okay. We have not done anything but watch the Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 trailers. But yeah. Okay. Well, now we know. I'll prioritize my number 1. But I think with how sweet this is, I could let all the water melt and be drinking on that. Let all the water melt? Jesus Christ. Let all the freaking ice melt. I think I could let the ice melt on the chai and on the Power Surge and it would just be fine, frankly. You drunk what? I haven't played mouthwashing. Should I? It's too late. It's not trend anymore. Okay, and I'm also going to keep drinking my little bear water. Okay. I'm a nightmare. But yeah. I will say about the mouthwash thing. There's like a particular flavor, and I do not remember what it is. God, I can't remember. But there's a particular combination of flavors, and it includes lime, and this has Sprite in it, so it's there. But there's this combination of like Sprite and something that I've had before in the past, and it straight up tasted like Listerine to me. So it's like, I don't think that like to everybody that this would taste like mouthwash, but the combination of like lime and like fruit or something, I don't know. Just kind of it's giving like a light mouthwash. It's not the burning, obviously, sensation because there's no alcohol. It's just that flavor. Hi. Frequent Fey Trap Flyer. We're talking about drinks. We're also talking about Poppy Playtime. It's got some heavy themes. Wouldn't recommend it lightly. Yeah, see, that's kind of why I didn't play it, because it seemed like it might be a little too scary for me. Have you seen the Lily's Little Barnyard and the Lily's Little Video Shop games, Candy Buddy? They are not for the faint of heart, but you can just watch me play them. But they're really cheap, and they're good. And I want to make a video about them because I just do. I can't drink energy drinks, guys. I can't do it. They break my brain. They hurt me physically. I have done it. I'm a Strawberry Dreams girly. And what's the other one that I like? Strawberry Dreams. And what is the other one? Peach something? Those are mine. Those are the ones that I drink. But they hurt me. Oh, I bet it is. Evan, I bet it is. I bet you're telling the truth. Look, of all the energy drinks, if you're like gun to your head, you have to drink an energy drink, what brand are you going with? I'm going with Monster every time. Every time. Every time. Every time. Oh, so true, Road Grundy. Like, if you want me to be utterly paranoid out of my mind, go ahead and give me an energy drink. That being said, I have 2 caffeinated beverages sitting next to me right now. So maybe I should shut up. Yeah, Mellow, that's me. I really don't like, I'll tell you what I hate. I hate Red Bull. Okay, we should be talking about Poppy Playtime. Finish trying to, can we finish trying to, get on this? Ooh, just Poppy's Playtime as a game overall? Can I be honest? It's not my favorite. Like, I mean, obviously it's not my favorite. Um, okay. I'm, it's a skill issue. Okay? But even watching people play Poppy Playtime, I'm like, what are they doing? Like, how when they're like, "Oh, I can't figure out this puzzle." I'm like, "Me either, King. Me either. What are you doing?" I can't with the arms and the trying to take them around in a specific way and I'm like I'm too stupid. Like, I'm not actually stupid. I don't think that I'm stupid. Puzzle. See, if you're like a if you I don't know what's wrong with me, quite frankly. It's truly a skill issue. Like, it's not the game's fault, except for a couple of puzzles where I've just been like, that's stupid. I don't like that. Oh my god, Sarah. Why did you have 4 at a time, Sarah? Sarah, I'm gonna say your name so many times. Do you know that only half of a 5-hour energy is a serving? You're not even supposed to have the whole of one at once. Of course you lost your mind. You overdosed like a mother. What's wrong with you? How do they expect kids in play care to do them? Have you seen musical memory? No doubt someone had a stroke. So true. Honestly, musical memory would have been one that I would have gotten into. I don't play Poppy Play. Well, I have yet to have a computer that could reasonably run a Poppy Playtime game until just now. So I haven't played them myself because it would just be a nightmare. Like, frankly, useless. It'd be a waste of my time. Um, but yeah, I actually would the memory game I would kind of vibe with. I like the memory game. You were young and stupid, a young teen. Oh, okay, lesson learned. Meeting the Hat Man. I know you had I bet you had full on conversations with the Hat Man. That's crazy. I'm feeling for you. Like, I'm definitely, what's the word? I'm empathizing. When I used to work doubles. I used to be a server and I worked doubles, and I would take a 5-hour energy in between my 2 shifts. So I wouldn't take one at the beginning of the day. I'd let the beginning of the day happen. And then I'd leave. I got to have like an hour and a half, 2-hour break between my 2 shifts, which was really lovely, but I didn't want to go home and get comfortable. So I would just spend like roughly 2 hours kind of driving around town. I would do a lot of window shopping, stuff like that. And so every day I would just run to a store and buy a 5-hour energy, and that's how I would get through the rest of the day. And I didn't realize I was supposed to be only having half of it. And so it was like making my brain go like eh. But on the plus side, it was helpful enough to for me to not crash out during the second half of the day, because the second half of the day was always the crazier part of the day. It was a big dinner place. It was not a huge lunch place. We still had lunch people, but um we didn't it was fine. But at night it was only 2 servers on the floor. Uh That's just how they did it at this restaurant. It wasn't a very big restaurant, but there were two servers, so it was me and one other person, and we split the tips in half every night. So the expectation is that everybody is on it all the time. And you have a section, but you are still technically responsible for every like as a server, because you guys are splitting the tips in half. You are responsible for every single table. You take the orders and you bring the checks to your tables. You take their orders and you bring the checks to your tables. But everybody is responsible for bringing out drinks, refilling drinks, and bringing out food and stuff like that. So you really had to be on your stuff at night. So I took those 5-hour energies. Do we think we're getting a new FNAF game anytime soon? I think 2026 we will get DLC for Ruin. That's my thought process. But I think it'll be late 2026. I think it'll be like November. Okay. Hatman used to scare the heck out of me because he would just appear and disappear. That's so scary. I've never actually seen anything like that, so. My Hatman's name is Charles. All right, let's go. I had a grandfather named Charles. Yeah, you vibrate. On a 5-hour energy, you are truly vibrating. I'll tell you that. And 5-hour energies are delicious. I'm not let me not encourage anybody to drink them. Who was in a pet commercial? Your Hatman dreams are about spreadsheets. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay. What were we talking about? Pet eHarmony? Oh yeah. That's not a real pet commercial. I made that for fun. I thought I made it for a project for a second, but I absolutely didn't. That just used to be like you are seeing the remnant, the only remnant of like my old YouTube channel. I used to upload skits all the time to YouTube. So you guys, I only left up Pet eHarmony because I actually find that one to be funny still. But I used to regularly upload skits. Yeah, remnant. Uh But yeah, Pet eHarmony is not a real commercial. You can watch it if you'd like to, of course, but it's not a real commercial. I have made real commercials, but I've never been in a commercial. That's nervous lore, but you won't get to know any more details than that. If you saw it on TV, you would believe it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was back in the day. Back in the day. And I miss that hedgehog. He lived to be 6.5 years old before he perished. All right. Dated someone who was in a commercial? Okay, let's go. All right. I technically I'm in a I am yes, I am actually I do have a credited role in a short film, but I won't tell you how to find it. I have a credited role in a documentary that I honestly, if that documentary ever actually gets finished and comes out, that's you guys can know my government name then. Well, you'd have to guess it out of the credits. You would just have to guess which person in the credits I am. But I worked on a documentary. I'm not in the documentary, but I filmed footage for it and compiled footage for it and edited a portion of it. But it's like never gonna come out, y'all. Like I worked on that documentary 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago, and it's still not out. I was working on that documentary that had been majority shot 10 years ago, and it's still not out. So I do not hold my breath. But if it ever comes out, I would totally share it with all of you because it's a really, really actually powerful stuff. And I'm really sad. Honestly, I'm sad that it's not out. I think the only reason it's not out is because, documentaries, they tend to want them to have like a conclusion of some sort. And I don't think that the director feels that the story is over yet and is probably looking for that moment where it's like this is full circle, or this is like the moment. This is it. Yeah, 2015. I was an intern. Will be about a black artist named William Edmondson, who was the first black artist to have a solo show at the Museum of Modern Art. And it's a really beautiful, he's really cool. He's a really cool artist. If you ever want to look into it more. But really cool stuff. Okay. Yeah, William close. William Edmondson, but yeah. It does ring a little, just ring a little of Five Nights at Freddy's, as everything does. But yeah. If it ever actually gets released, I super duper will share it with you guys. And we'll just hope that you continue to call me nervous, even if you do guess which person in the credits I am. But because I don't show up on screen at all. Thank goodness. But yeah, it's like an art history documentary. And it's like I want it to come out so bad, because it genuinely, every time I watch it, I'm so moved by it. Every time, well, watch it. There's like a part of it that already existed. There's a part of it that already exists. The piece I have seen. Okay, cool. Yeah, anyway. Let's move on. Poppy Playtime. Remember we were talking about Poppy Playtime? Okay, let me look up, what does it say on Steam? Face off against the deadly puppet master behind the horrifying events of Playtime Co. Interesting. The deadly puppet master. Okay. In the latest terrifying chapter of Poppy Playtime, you are propelled further into the gruesome depths of the factory. Oh, we must end up in hell. Like, truly the core of the earth at some point. We have gone so deep into this factory. Abandoned by your only allies, your fight for survival gets all the more challenging as you race further into the abyss that is his domain with a capital H. What is it? What's going on? Your prototype is hell. Thank you, Evan. Online persona names have so much more aura and are more fun anyway. True. True. Yeah, Carnish, I think I agree with that. It would be like if I used y'all's government names instead of your, like, screen names. It would just be odd. Okay. Here, shadows whisper, and the puppet master who lords over this realm pulls the strings of madness. Not the strings of madness. What is this? Five Nights at Freddy's? Can you stand against evil and finally put an end to this nightmare? Okay, so it almost seems like it's kind of suggesting it's the final chapter, but maybe they're leaving it open-ended. Can you guys hear that? Okay, no, it's on silent. Every bloody move forward will test your resolve as you uncover secrets years in the making. Stomach-churning terrors await you in this new section of the factory as you uncover the dark works hidden within the prototype's stomping grounds. In this chilling new layer of the Playtime facility, you will encounter the tortured denizens living in the darkness. Oh my god. I hope that the nightmare critters make a comeback. Burp, that's funny. I'm sorry if you can hear my mouth noises. I feel sick about it. Solve devious puzzles and overcome dangerous environmental obstacles with the power of the new grab pack tools and functionality. Oh, interesting. That it says about the tortured denizens. I skipped a sentence. It says you'll encounter the tortured denizens living in the darkness. They may aid you in your quest to defeat the prototype, but can they be trusted? So, is Lucy Lovebraids potentially an ally then? Maybe the nightmare critters will become our friends. As you reach the true rotten heart at the center of playtime, you will discover some of the company's gravest sins. Will you escape this new realm of shadows with your sanity intact, or will you succumb to the horrors within? Interesting. Lily, what did I say? I saw a dark theory that the subject used for Huggy or Boxy was a baby. Oh my god. Honestly, that would make sense for Huggy because he doesn't like talk much. But I don't know what we already know about them. I'm a little like behind on all that stuff. Because in the trailer she doesn't seem to be threatening. She's more like I'm going to dress you up or I'm going to give you a makeover type tone. That would be fun. That would be a fun misdirect. I may be okay, look. I may just be caught up in I may be reaching. As what I'm trying to say, I may be reaching. But Lily is kind of Lilith, which is a demon. Am I correct? Is Lilith's a demon, right? Yeah, she's a demon. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is Lilith is a child stealer in some respects. So it would be interesting to have her like so dark in the depths if she was more of just like a give in to the darkness kind of person. That being said, it could just be that Lily is a first name that starts with L that sounds good next to love braids. Yeah, Evan, that's kind of where my head was going. I was just like, wow. All right. That's kind of where I'm thinking, Ron. That's kind of what I'm thinking. True. But it would be interesting if that's like a reference that they're making. That's all I'm saying. Oh, you know what? I have these ding-danged little donuts that I just forgot all about. Hold on, let me turn this off. I don't want to say anything crazy, but like eating and drinking all of this is just making my mouth really wet. I'm not trying to be gross, but I am saying that I'm very self-conscious about you being able to hear that in the microphone, and so if you can, I'm deeply sorry. Oh, Fazbear Entertainment. But like it's so funny when people say that because like it's god. It's funny when people first of all, it's funny that someone would say that when it's specifically a snake. And there's no other anyway. I just feel like Five Nights at Freddy's has been so abundantly clear that color theory is a big deal. Like, okay. Why they could have just made the dragon not purple. Look, as Mr. Hippo has made it abundantly clear, we don't have to like sit there and go into every little thing. But so what? We just ignore it then? What? We just have to ignore it then? Cuz if it can be nothing, then it can also be something. Hot take. Sorry, I'm being like I'm I'm being animated right now. What if Harley is considered the snake and Poppy is the fruit of forbidden knowledge? Oh, that would kind of. Oh, I would kind of vibe with that. Look here. I don't want everything to come back to like Adam and Eve, but it so often does because it's such a tale as old as time kind of like storytelling device. Like, I'm not debating religion with anybody in the chat, okay? Like, it is what it is. If you believe in a specific religion, I'm so happy for you and I wish you all the best. I sincerely and genuinely mean that. But creation stories across time, creation myths, if you will, like, okay, everything that you don't believe is a myth, at least in your heart, anyway. But I know, Fazbear, I had the same thought. I was like, oh no, it's a dragon. Okay, sorry. William Afton is a scaly confirmed. And good for him. Okay, sorry. I gotta get over myself. What was I saying? Oh yeah, creation myths, creation stories, however you believe or don't believe. Those stories we have been telling as long as we have been sentient enough to even consider our place in the universe, okay? And our and how we got here and how we got to where we are now. There have always been stories about creation. And obviously, one of the more common and popular creation stories is the Adam and Eve story and the forbidden fruit, though told through different, you know, lenses. So it doesn't shock me, or it wouldn't shock me if, I'm sorry that the camera keeps shaking, I'm trying to get comfortable. So it wouldn't shock me if that's where Poppy Playtime went with everything. So I'm saying, like, I don't know, it like, I wouldn't be displeased necessarily, but I do notice a number of things referencing back to that point, and so it would be nice if not everything did. But the idea of Poppy, because she's got a very appley head, and she's got the red hair. And it is this forbidden knowledge of like being able to preserve a life inside of this vessel, other inorganic vessel, Jesus. And that's all very interesting. So, but yeah, whoever said like prototype is the god. Yeah, Carnish. Like you're so right. Hi Guardian. Pray we don't end up on time loop shenanigans. I don't think so. Harley tempted the scientists to test on orphans and they gave in. Fair enough. I don't know if it's exactly the same. Like, would Harley, correct me if I'm wrong, would Harley not be more of like a Lucifer parallel because he was brought in as like, God's favorite, the creator's favorite, and then he was cast out? That would be before the, that would be, oh, I guess you're right. If he comes back. Okay. I'm with it. No, serious. What are we talking about? Poppy Playtime. I was thinking less. I wasn't thinking about the fact that he came back to the factory is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I think you're right. That's a good parallel. Let's look at these screenshots because they are gnarly. Hold on. Yo, check this. That boy is corrupt. Me at the... Okay, here we go. That's pretty good. Okay. First of all, whoa. He's looking freaky, isn't he? Ah! And then this is some part of the process. Oh. Crash of some kind? Some kind of... I mean, this is wreckage for sure. Was something destroyed, or was there a natural disaster, or is this just degradation over time? I feel like the rest of the factory doesn't look that bad. Oh, Carnish. True. Who do you think will come back in the new chapter? Well, I think Poppy is definitely still around. I don't know. Can we talk? I don't know. You'll have to tell me. Please let Joey defrost. Oh, I know. I think the nightmare critters are going to come back. I don't think we saw enough of them. I wasn't done with them. You know what I'm saying? Wonder what's significant about this other than, I guess, maybe that it's new, but... More wreckage. This seems like something is tearing through. Am I wrong? It kind of looks like this kind of stuff looks like, you know, like a foundation issue. Oh my god. But like these big, I don't know, it kind of looks like something's crashing through here and making a mess of things. So maybe it's the prototype just like destroying the area or something. A hot mess. That's funny. There's new files and documents. Where at? Where do I view these new files and documents? And then this is what? Like backstage somewhere? It's almost like they like shoot something here, whether it's commercials or product images. Maybe there's shows that happen there for the kids or something. But it's like a set. And then this is behind the set. Interesting. And then I also think it's just interesting that the prevailing image is like the prototype holding Poppy's like dismembered head. I don't know if that's just a possibility of something that could happen or what the prototype's ultimate goal is. Or if we are really seeing that Poppy's gonna bite it. Oh my god. Double A. From the Fortnite collab? Oh my god. Okay. Okay, let me look for it. New Poppy Playtime Files Fortnite. Ah! Let's go! Let's go, Reddit. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Dear Diary. Okay. Thank you, Jordan. Who is Poppy the Demon Lord? What? Okay. Haha, Ron. I may have said this before, so if you've heard it already, then excuse me. But I have a problem with Fortnite because I unfortunately started playing Fortnite back when it was a tower defense game. And I loved it a lot because tower defense games are like one of my favorite genres of game. So I was like, let's go. This is a tower defense game. I love it so much. I'm so excited to play and get really good at this. So I got what I would consider to be good at Fortnite, the tower defense game. And then they did the battle royale. Obviously, that took over. And I didn't want to play it anymore. Because I freaking. They did? They collabed with AI Brain Rot. What did they do? I have no idea. I'm completely out of the loop. But yeah, I was like, why? Save the World is still there. I know, but nobody wants to play Save the World with me. And it's fairly cringe at this point. People don't even want to play build mode in Fortnite. And I'm like, why? I understand why. I understand why. But it's obviously not what Fortnite is. And if you tell people you play Fortnite, I don't think they're wondering. Of course you play Zero Build. I get it. I get it. I get it. But it's like, it's hard that I fell in love with Fortnite Save the World. And then it was just gone. Well, I know it's not gone. I know it's still there, but that's not what people want. Like, it's not like people are gonna play Save the World with me. Like, that's not happening. And that's what I was doing. It's okay. It makes you bad. That's fair. I played a little bit of Battle Royale. I wanted to be better at it because I wanted to be able to play with my siblings. Because that's what they did. They played that. And the lack of overlap in games that I want to play and games that my siblings want to play, it's just two circles very far apart from each other. And it stinks because it's like I would love to be able to bond with them in that way. Because they go to college nowhere near me. But alas, we just don't have overlap in games that we like to play. I did, BV, but we're not talking about it. Please read the pinned comment. Be respectful. Not that I think that you wouldn't be. It's mostly just another Roblox, though. I don't like all of the paying to get the things in the games. It drives me crazy. The fact that a game isn't just sold and like, this is the game, congratulations, and then all that other stuff isn't just like, okay, I'm sorry, my camera is flipped, or it's mirrored, so it's not flipped. But it makes it hard for me to know where I'm supposed to be moving my hair to. I am always grabbing the wrong side, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, Ron. And like, I say this as somebody who loves every time Cult of the Lamb adds DLC, but like, their stuff is free except for the cosmetics, at least. And the cosmetics are like $5 for like 6 skins. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's super reasonable. All this $25 for a new freaking skin on Fortnite, just like, I'm like, who has the money? I don't have a parent's credit card to steal. If I'm using a credit card, it's mine. And my credit score dropped recently because I've had too many credit checks in a row. Ugh, FNAF AR, exactly. It's exactly like that. Okay, do we want to read these? Let's read these puppies. $30 for an immersive soundscape experience in Sea of Thieves. I bet it did put a bad taste in your mouth. That's disgusting. Don't you hate it when things cost money? I do. I do. All right. I would rather support like indie projects though. Like I'd rather buy 50 indie games than buy one DLC pack for Fortnite, you know? Okay. March 7th, 1960. Dear Diary, do you think I'll still love this place when I'm a grown up? Some kids at school were saying that when you get old, you get bitter and you don't like the things you used to. Ain't that the truth? I turned 11 today, and it's still the most magical place to me. Every year they make new toys, like that little sailor, or build new parts of the factory, and I can't wait to go explore them and be surrounded by that magic. Father says Playtime wants to build all sorts of stuff like this all over the place, all over the world. When they do, I hope he takes us there to visit. Heart, Poppy. Poppy was older than I thought she was. Okay. Next, Playtime Conspiracy, Part 1. Avery, I hope all is well up there in the warehouse. I know it's been a while since we last spoke. With all that's happened, it almost feels like a lifetime ago since you and I were drowning in boxes up there. Avery, was he in Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 in one of the tapes? I feel like I remember that. Anyways, don't tell anyone I sent you this note, but I wanted to get a read on what the mood is at the ground level. If it's anything like down here, then I'm sorry. People are on edge down here. Rumors are going around about missing staff, and I think everyone's looking over their shoulder. People are starting to whisper about a murderer or murderers hidden in the factory. Redacted? It's even snowballed into a theory that the executives are trying to redact the employees with poor performance. Right, because that makes complete sense. Sorry, I emphasized the wrong syllable. Right, because that makes complete sense. The point is, fingers are being pointed, and the people are losing their cool. Paranoia breeds crazy, I think. Well, duh. Sorry. And the last thing any of us need is more of that in this place. Keep your head down. Do your work. We'll talk more soon. Your old pal, Rich, head of shipping. Yes, I will never not include this. Okay. Fair enough, bro. All right. Gonna duck out now being behind on lore. Okay, double A, have a good rest of your day. Poppy theory, I think Playtime Co. was unaliving people. LOL, that's funny. All right. Avery's response to Rich. Rich, hey man. Glad to see you're not too good for us lowly warehouse stooges. Been missing our lunches. Gotta say, all's quiet up here. We're busy, but busier than usual. The 90s may not be kind to our newer toy lines. What? Hold on. Let me make this one bigger. The 90s may not be kind to our newer toy lines, but so long as we have new Huggy dolls, our profit margins are fine, and we still have plenty of work. Unusual Carrot, we are looking at the Poppy Playtime lore that was disseminated in the Fortnite collab with Poppy Playtime, which is kind of crazy, but this is where we are. Zeke! 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 You can't be in the kitchen. You can't be trusted in there. Okay. A whisper here and there will make its way up, but it's mostly news about you. The boys up here are proud of that one of their own is making waves. Still funny that it would be an old grump like you that Stewart picks to replace him as head of shipping. Avery. P.S. In case I can't say it enough, I did not report you. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay, this is long. All right, incident report. Experiment 1223. Do we know who that is yet? I don't know everything. Incident primary information. Incident date, redacted. Okay, got it. Employee name, Dr. Jessica Newman. New, okay. Department research. Incident details. Right. Just after 8 p.m., we extracted experiment 1222, Mommy Longlegs, and placed her in containment with the experiment 1223, redacted. Okay. Ugh, sorry. Having learned from the case of experiment 1170, Huggy Wuggy, we attempted to redact it in hopes that this could prove therapeutic for Mommy's harsh behavior. Oh, like give her someone to look after? Interesting. We attempted to explain to 1222 that 1223 could work alongside her. That provided she maintained good behavior, she redacted. What? She would get to eat, get to live? Jesus. She wouldn't be beaten? I don't think all the redacteds mean the same thing. Oh, you think this is Daddy Longlegs? That would make sense. It's the one right after her. Okay. I see it. However, 1222 became physically combative, a domestic. 1223 was scared, unsure of what to do. Security staff escaped with minimal injuries, but only because, in that moment, all that mattered was being rid of the thing that she believed would take her kids from her. Maybe not Daddy Longlegs then? Why would she think that the daddy would take. Oh, they would. Okay, fair enough. Interesting. Okay. 1223 was redacted, eaten, killed before the sedation of 1222 could take place. That would make sense why we never see him then, if that is the case. Incident causes improper conditioning of 1223 and continued abnormality and continued abnormalities in 1222's personality. Okay. All right. Clearly, cases like this demonstrate that conditioning procedures cannot be applied unilaterally across different subjects. Individual psychological factors will always be a barrier, and we need to be prepared for adjustments. Less lives and resources will be spent if we can. Okay. Whew. Sorry, I got like part of the boba in my teeth. There are a lot of these. Okay. A Time Toy Raby Baby. That's the little bat, isn't it? Isn't Raby Baby the little bat? Nightmare Critter. All right. Game Station Subject Assessment Part 2. Oh, wait. Do we have Part 1? I'd rather read it in order. Oh my god. Game Station Subject Assessment. Do we only have part? Do we not have Part 1 for this? I just see Game Station Assessment Part 2 on 2 separate things. It's a bit annoying. Okay. Okay. Jane Elswin, Proctor name Sarah Abel, assigned toy, Raby Baby. Trial 1, musical memory, performance 1 through 5, 2. Okay, she's not good at musical memory. Fair enough. Simply observing Jane, it seems as though she was bored with the test. She rushed and made intentional errors. I believe the girl is more than capable of a better score, but she seems eager to be done with the test and on to the next. Well, that's your job, person. You should make it a more engaging test. Okay, Whack-A-Wuggy girl went hard. As always, her scores here set the curve. If I were to dig into this a bit more, I'd say she could even predict which Wuggy would pop out next, almost as if she had internally mapped the behavioral patterns of each. This girl is a quick study with good instincts. Okay, so maybe she doesn't like doing musical memory because she'd rather be playing Whack-A-Wuggy. All right, bye, Burb. Trial 3, statues, question mark, question mark. With this test, I saw something I've never seen before. PJ actually managed to lose Jane during the test. Oh my god. Around the halfway point of the course, PJ had become enamored with something buried in the foam pit. Somehow Jane managed to bury her jacket and shoes in the pit, drawing PJ away from her. I'm not totally sure whether to call this a success or cheating. Suppose that's ultimately up to Dr. Sawyer's judgment. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me feed Zeke real quick. I'll be right back. You hungry? Are you hungry? You want to eat? You want to eat? Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay, buddy. All right. There you go, bud. Okay. Boop, beedoop, beedoop. Fun fact. Anesis words? What? Anyway. Wards off evil in some spiritual belief, even evil eyes, which are associated with evil, not to mention what is Harley an eye. So what if we do see her as a BBI and she's an ally? What? What? It's a BBI. Oh, fine. Watch this space. Okay, enjoy. Okay. I don't know if I want to read all these. This is a lot. Mommy Integration Follow-Up Report to Stella Graber, Head of Play Care, and Leith Pierre, Head of Innovation. Wanted to follow up regarding Mommy's reintegration into the game station following Redacted. 3 dead and 8 injured. I understand that Marie's nightmare when exposed to catnap's red smoke have likely affected her, but we can't allow Redacted or Redacted. That being said, I think things are trending well here. Mommy Longlegs seems to be adjusting, a shell of her former self, really. Hard to walk past the blood stains she left and not be scared. But Matea and I will adjust. You're putting her back after she killed people? That's insane. I think Mommy genuinely does care about the children. And provided we can limit staff exposure to her, maybe even removing the Human's Guide altogether. Human Guide. Conditioning Mommy to walk the children through the games. I think she could be valuable. She killed kids. Yeah, exactly, Carnage. Alright, whatever. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. I can't believe they would do such a thing. Okay, here's their interview. This interview was recorded following Experiment 122's attempted integration into the game station. So, Mommy, are we feeling any better today? You caused quite a stir during your integration process. Is this something you remember? Mommy, I want to help you, but I can only help if you give me something here. I need to know what... Yes? Maria. What does that name mean to you? Took. You took. I think you're confused. I need you to... You took from me! You took her! Took me! Took Maria! Sedate her. She's not ready. Not yet. Oh my god, that's crazy. Oh my god, that's crazy. I don't know why I have headphones on. That's crazy. Okay. What if the kids she killed were the group of boys that bullied her when she was still alive? I mean, it's very possible. Meet Poppy, the little doll your daughter loves. Meet Poppy, the little red-headed cutie who's taken the market by storm this last year. We've sat down with Poppy's inventor, Elliot Ludwig, to get a scoop on who this little girl is, what she is, and what she means to girls everywhere. So, Mr. Ludwig, what can you tell us about Poppy? Well, I'd like to think Poppy can actually answer this question just fine on her own. Elliot pulls Poppy's string. She says, "Hi, my name is Poppy. I love you." Wow. She's true. That didn't really answer the question. Am I crazy? I'm gonna assume the interviewer is not impressed. Wow. Okay. She's the first truly intelligent doll in the world. The first doll to quite literally have a conversation with a child. Well, what inspired you to make this? My lovely daughter, of course. My Poppy. I see. So it's personal. Certainly. I like to believe everything is personal. When I made my very first doll, I gave it to her. Immediately, I could just see the spark in her eye, like she'd just been handed a whole new world. No matter how young, I think all children can see that. That was the start. I knew right away that what Poppy needed to be. And what's that? A spark to a child's imagination. Of all the amazing things Poppy can do, none is greater than this. That also feels very Amanda the Adventure coded. That's crazy. Okay, poppy seeds they have coming into playtime. Synthetic something. Maintain cold chain integrity at all times. Make sure to source these materials for the growth medium from our carefully selected vendors. No issues to note. I believe these amounts should suffice for our initial steps. With this, we now have enough to sustainably grow the flowers for use. And redacted, should anything else be required of me, you need only ask Eddie. So true, Evan. Kinda Cornish, kinda, yeah. But I would say more that we're talking, it's kind of like Rebecca and Hamlin, because like Sam was never interested in doing like, I don't know. Sam, I don't know. Sam was less involved than Ludwig is with everything going on here. Anyway, after a great day, assigned position said, what is this? Experiment. Oh, this is PJ Pugglepillar. Okay. Assign position statues, game station. After a great day of probing, conditioning, and other tedious procedures to bend its mind to shape, I believe we've achieved the results we want. Okay, they've got Pugglepillar all ready to go. 1174 shows no resemblance to its previous self, whoever it was we selected. Oh my god, they have no idea. They are blissfully absent from the experiment. Jesus, that's awful. Zeke, what's that? Is that a toy? Okay, good. You're good. Sorry. I was sorry to make sure you had a toy. He did. He did. Oh my god. I'm satisfied with the trajectory of our Bigger Bodies initiative. With time, I believe this project will achieve everything it was intended to and more. Wow. Ludwig did it to save Poppy. Sam had no part in it and was killed off by accident. Yeah, I'm just saying it's like, I'm saying it's not a direct parallel. I mean, it doesn't have to be a direct parallel. I'm just saying that, like, Sam didn't ever, like, would not have ever, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Reminder that there are children they were doing this to. Playtime Co. is one of the... Yeah, I didn't forget that they were kids. Did I say something like I forgot that it was a kid? Alright. No, just saying. Okay. Hi, Stalin. Yeah, Poppy. Alright, she's stretchy, she's bendable, and now, because you demanded it, she has a whole family who can do the same. Made from Playtime Co.'s own patented elastic plastic, Mommy was last year's biggest hit. Now make room for Daddy and Baby Long Legs. Perfect for little boys who may not want the girly toy, or for those of you who prefer that your toy have the perfect partner to hold hands with. Heteronormative propaganda. Okay, anyway. Comes with an iconic twirly mustache and tasteful fedora. Tasteful fedora. Construction company. Okay, just they're being compensated for being quiet. I know, the girly toy. Crazy. I know, it was the times. I also don't care. It's whatever. I just least of my concerns. Okay. Our founder, Elliot Ludwig, was a visionary. He set the stage for all of Playtime Co.'s greatest feats, yet all of the amazing things that he created. Yet, of all the amazing things that he created, the Make-A-Friend machine is one of the most creative, impressive, and advanced. It is solely responsible for nearly every Playtime Co. toy sold on the market. Interesting. Hi, Harrison. Cishet Toys barfs. Meet your leaders. Jesus. Sounds terrifying when you say it like that. All right, Leith Pierre. Following the passing of our great founder, Leith's was the capable hand to take the reins and lead us toward still greener pastures. Impeccably dressed, attentive, visionary, Leith leads the innovative wing of our great company in the creation of new and improved toys and cutting-edge manufacturing. When asked for a quote, this is what he had to say. Another glorious year, Playtime Co. It's my absolute pleasure to continue leading you all from the front and... Okay. That's just where that cuts off. All right, Media Leaders Part 2. Eddie Ritterman, head of research, the backbone of our flourishing business. Eddie prefers to keep his head down and work the numbers with minimal fanfare. Since the late 1960s, he's been our guy closing all the deals to get all of us what we need. It takes great minds to keep the gears turning behind the scenes. After all, we couldn't pass the opportunity to get a few inspirational words from him on all our hard work. However, he just said, do good work, press on, that is all. Okay. Snippet of a note written by Leith Pierre. Understand this, Sawyer. The game station works directly under our jurisdiction, myself, Eddie, and Stella. Musical memory, Whack-a-Wuggy, and statues are all designed to blank, thus ensuring the children are blank. Ideal candidates for blank. Just understand that design is not yours alone. Well, of course, he's starting to get a big head. What experiments we put where is our decision. I trust in your judgment on ideal candidates, but at the end of the day, you don't get to lord over this project. Okay, well, you guys are stupid if you didn't think that was what was going to happen. You and your team are doing good work. I applaud you for ensuring Mommy is fixed. Now keep up the progress. What an idiot. Yeah, I know, Evan. I know. Oh, we're almost done. Okay, Game Station Assessment Part 2. Again, we don't have a Part 1. It's weird because they were both about Jane and they just both say Part 2. I think maybe one of them is supposed to be Part 1 and it's just labeled wrong. I approached Jane following her test. When questioned, she said, and I quote, PJ hears and smells. That's how he finds you. I just gave him something else to find. Somehow the girl could read this purely based on PJ's behavior during the test. While not entirely uncommon for test subjects who've taken this. Oh, this is kind of fun that she kind of understands how. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Just the fact that she is the Raby baby kind of works out. Kind of like it. Sorry. While not entirely uncommon for test subjects who've taken the test numerous times, this is only Jane's second pass through the game station. If this is any indication, I believe she'd be a very suitable candidate for Project Raby Baby as subject 1198. Hi, Yumi. If you think about it, Playtime code would not fly in the modern day world, but maybe they could. Who knows? We all know how corrupt the justice system can be. I really, at this point, I don't know. All right, a strange note. For the curious, the theater incident, the disappearances, the sightings, all are true, all are connected, nobody's safe, everyone suffers, some more than others, but you aren't powerless. If you believe, keep this note and find the next one this time next week, but if you don't, burn it. Tell anyone and I'll know, don't be stupid. Interesting. Train A schedule, block 1, begin warming the engines. Play care pickup, play care departure. Game station drop off, game station departure. Then lab pickup, lab departure, shelf drop off, redacted, note to self, check up on maintenance issues. Interesting. Block 3. And then game station pickup, game station departure, play care drop off, play care departure. I wonder if 3 and 4 are like the experiment places. Okay, last one. Experiment profile, experiment 1176, Bunzo Bunny. Assigned position, musical memory, game station. 1176 performs exactly to its intended function. He crashes his cymbals like a simple little toy, performs the role of a looming threat for incorrect answers in musical memory, and crosses no behavioral boundaries in the staff's presence. In the staff's presence? He is, with little doubt, a success, and yet its creation stirs nothing in me. I admit a growing exhaustion beginning here with 1176. The visions presented seem limited. An experiment here, an experiment there, made for a specific purpose seems like a waste of time when my experiments could be made for so much more. The envelope needs pushing and the vision needs carrying ever forward. That is all. Okay, interesting. Well, that's that. Jesus. Hi, Diablos. Interesting. What do the people on Reddit say? The fact that they mentioned Raby Baby instead of just a Nightmare Critters in general and put so much effort on her alone makes me hope they have some sort of bigger bodies. Yeah. Of course, they Rise of Skywalkered this. Hopefully, this makes it into the game proper so people don't have to play Fortnite to see this. True. True. People feel sorry for Mommy Longlegs, which is totally fair. As well. The last note Phil ripped out of Frankenstein. I almost created life and feel nothing. Time to do it again. Yeah. Yeah. They did sideline the Nightmare Critters. Yeah, I mean, I hope that they do more with them. Sorry, I'm trying to sit more comfortably because bunny chair is not the most comfortable thing to sit on, but I don't have another chair. Why was I recommended this? I'm not subbed? I don't know, friend. Welcome in, though. The jingle is catchy. Yeah, my thing was like, okay, we had the Smiling Critters, and then I was like, sorry, for chapter 3, we had the Smiling Critters. And so when it was like chapter 4, they were like, and now the Nightmare Critters, I was like, okay. Kind of like, why are we just doing the same thing again? And then they barely showed up in the game. I was like, they don't even have anything specific to them. The Black Sheep one, I can't remember its full name right now, had a little moment, but none of that was stuff that I felt like the Smiling Critters couldn't have done. I feel like the Nightmare Critters are just like, what, like the fucking, sorry, I didn't mean to curse there. The, like, boy version of Smiling Critters. You know? So, it's not like I don't think they have a purpose marketing-wise. But yes, in the game, I didn't really get it. So maybe the next chapter will give them a little bit more screen time. I wouldn't be mad at that. Evan, yes, literally like Trashkins and Shopkins. Aren't they doing Inside... What? Inside Out of Mills? What? I missed that. Hi, Jonathan. I missed that. Oh my god, I can't type. Or is that like a real toy? Oh my god, I can't. I'm not comfortable. I might have to quit soon just because I'm so discomforted in this chair right now. Chapter 5's... Oh, leaks. Okay, well. Yeah, I had no idea. I haven't been keeping up. I hope they just kind of... I don't know, the only thing that, like, okay, this is a grievance that I have with Poppy Playtime that may be an unfair grievance. I don't know. I can't tell you if it's unfair or not. Like, but people have told me that it's like I'm being too nitpicky, so I'm comfortable with believing that that's all that it is. But I feel like they add way too many characters every time. It's okay, Harrison. I mean, frankly, had no clue. So I'll probably forget by the time Poppy comes out anyway. What was I saying? I don't think my body is reacting correctly to this Dr. Pepper. I haven't had Dr. Pepper in so long, so I'm just like, maybe. I also don't drink full sugar soda, so that may be also it. I'm so sorry. I'm so deeply uncomfortable in this chair. You know the squid. Oh, Carnish. Okay. Okay, that actually makes sense. Funny description. Okay, what was I saying? Or funny name for them. Like, anyway. Forgot about Dr. Pepper's existence. Yeah. Well, I got these. I was trying drinks earlier, and this is like an ube Dr. Pepper. So it's like, it's Dr. Pepper and vanilla, ube, and maybe something else I can't really remember right now. Anyway, it's delicious. Objectively delicious, but it's just like a lot also. I should have just gotten regulars, but I had I had to like reach a specific cost threshold for it to be delivered to me. So I didn't have to drive all the way there. And I don't think I'm going to finish any of them. Too many characters is a fair criticism. It gets cluttered quickly and many of them feel underutilized. Yes, that's my issue. Thank you, Evan. That's what I was talking about. That's my issue is that we are introduced to like 6 new guys every ding danged game, and then we don't get to know very much about them. And it's frustrating because like for the first game, obviously it was Huggy Wuggy and he was like your main guy, and other things were teased and shown and you got a little snippet of them. And so you kind of think that those characters are going to come back game after game, but then they just kind of fall off the face of the earth. You don't see them ever again. And then they introduced like 5 new characters. And for the second one, it's Mommy Longlegs, you know, and you're like, that's when I got introduced to it. Like the end of Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 is what made me pay attention to Poppy Playtime. That's how effective it was. And so when in 3, it was like, oh, it's gonna be the Smiling Critters. You know what? Actually, even in 3, it wasn't so bad. But, like, it was Smiling Critters, but it could have just been the Smiling Critters and let them kind of take center stage for that. But they also had, like, what, the teacher? That's 3, right? Daisy or whatever her name was. God, I'm already losing my mind. Hold on. Chapter 3, you dumb thing. It's like, you mean Dowie Doman? Miss Delight. Miss Delight. And like she felt a little underutilized, like she was just there and then she was gone. And I really liked her. But it wasn't as egregious as chapter 4. In my opinion, chapter 4 was the most egregious version of it. Because they straight up gave us Pianosaurus for 2 seconds. Yarnaby, frankly, was broken. And you barely got any of him. We've completely lost sight of Bunzo. It seems like maybe we're getting a little bit more Bunzo now. Boxy Boo was just in Project Playtime. I can't remember if he makes an appearance elsewhere, if he's just talked about. You forgot about Miss Delight? Oh my god. I think it's a symptom of it being character-based as well. If you can knock off a character or two to free space for the next area, you get to market new shiny things. Yes, yes, yes. I understand why they're doing it. It just makes me frustrated. Oh, Carnish, you think so? Potentially. It's a bit lame. Hopefully there's like another Pianosaurus or something that gets like some mention in the next chapter. I don't know. We'll see. It kind of hurt my feelings though. I don't know. It didn't like hurt my feelings, but like seeing him be wasted in the moment, I was just like, why? You know what I mean? Kind of sucked. I don't think that's a good enough reason to just stop. Yeah, I think having full sugar drinks is like totally killing me right now. I am not used to this. Why give him his own trailer? You're right. That's exactly the point. It's like, If you were going to use him, like for me, it's like possible that that part of the game. Okay, look, they were obviously having buggy times with Yarnaby. I wonder if they just could not get the bugs with Yarnaby sorted, and so they just had to drop Pianosaurus. True, Harrison. That's the other thing is like I really thought we were setting up for Braun to be like a big bad. That's okay, okay. This was the complaint that I had back then. I said before when they wanted to give you kind of or when they were going to introduce a new character in the next game or something, you could go back to the previous game and find marketing materials for those toys, among others. Sorry, the soda is making me have a little burping moment. Oh, interesting, Carnish. Yeah, maybe they just feel like they got a better idea or something and went a different direction. But you could find the marketing for the other things. And even with the smiling critters, you could go into Project Playtime and find posters of what would become the smiling critters. They were just like faced the other way. That's all great. I think that's brilliant. I think like it's a toy company. Of course, there are going to be more toys, but having them in the marketing in prior installments along with other toys that aren't going to be there, allow fans to go in and speculate, oh, which of these toys are going to be in the next game. I think that's fun. I think that's cool. You could call it unique in a way. It's nice to be able to like have like a bunch of toys thrown at you in marketing and then go like, ooh, which of these would be good villains? Because they could even antagonists. Because they could even do quote unquote market research there and then just put all these kind of different flyers out into the world, do basic concept art for them, and then see how the fans respond. Which of those posters are they latching on to the most? Which are the ones like, oh my gosh, it would be so cool to see this character in a future game or whatever. Like see what the people respond to, and then you can go and you could do a fake out. You could do like one that people are not picking up on as much and you could be like, "Oh, if we do this, it'll be so cool for people to go back and see that there really was a poster and they just overlooked it or whatever." You know what I mean? Like that would be so neat. And instead, they're just like, "Here's a bunch of things you've never seen before and we didn't put any marketing for them in the previous game." And you're just like, "I'm in the toy factory where these things exist and you're telling me I've gone this many layers down and I haven't seen one prototype, one poster." It's hard to believe. Yumi, very, yeah, true, true. Yes, Carnish, I agree. I think it would have been so effective. I think it would have been so effective. Yeah, I don't know how else to say it. I just think it would be really effective, and I think they already had so many characters like the Cat Bee that didn't really get much. The Daisy didn't really get much. Bunzo got a moment. I'll call it. It's fine. Pugapillar got a little moment. Let me see who else. The robot kid. What is his name? The little robot. I also get frustrated with the MCU approach to so many of these indie games. FNAF kind of pioneered it with the idea that the true lore is hidden in like 3 movies and 5 books. True, Evan. I don't know how I feel about the movies being lore relevant. Boogie Bot, yes. I feel like these other characters could have gotten their moment. And if it's like Mob Entertainment couldn't find like ways to integrate those characters, then like I don't know, kind of a failing. Like maybe you shouldn't put characters in a game that you don't think you have ideas for. This toy existed the whole time. Trust me. You just canonically missed every room and hallway that contained a poster of them. It's just like, come on, it's an orphanage full of kids who are playing with the toys that you sell. Hello? Like, I should see the toy. You telling me that it just doesn't make a freaking lick of sense to me. Like, at least the hi, Carrie, we're talking about Poppy Playtime. At least at least Daddy Longlegs and Baby Longlegs were teased out, you know? But that being said, Carrie, we can also talk about other things. You don't have to hop off the stream then. We're not talking about FNAF 2 movie. I'm just gonna, I put it in the pinned comment that we're not discussing any spoilers for that, so you don't have to worry. What was I saying? But yes, Evan, I do agree. Like, putting lore in Fortnite is freaking bizarre. I loved what they did before with Chapter 3, where they made a little ARG on their YouTube. And I didn't mind it being in the handbook so much as long as the creators don't care that the handbook is going to end. Thank you. This is no longer available for purchase, but I did get it from Gamer Subs. I'm sorry about the burping. It's the soda. Oh, so fair, Carrie. I told everybody in my chat we're not talking about the FNAF 2 movie unless it's a specific FNAF 2 movie stream, which I would make abundantly clear in the title and everything else. We're not talking about it. Smiling Critters cartoon was honestly beautiful. Agree. And so I'm like, why are we dropping that? That's also the core of your audience is so tuned in to doing little ARG moments and things like that. I just You're so new to the Poppy Playtime fandom. That's fair. I'm not keyed in the way I am to like other things. I need a new chair so bad. No offense, Bunny. No offense to her, but you guys see that she's just like a wooden right angle, right? Like it's not terribly comfortable. Chloe's Imagination are crossover comics. Interesting. Okay, I've not heard of Chloe. But my brain is all over the place. The sugar is killing me. I did not realize how much it was going to affect me. She's a fan artist who does primarily FNAF comics. Okay, I'll look her up. Hold on. We're all just sitting here. Why not? But yeah, I think Mob Entertainment just has gotten a little greedy. I don't know. And I'm not saying that FNAF isn't greedy, okay? That ship has sailed. The train has left the station. Oh, I think I've seen her art before. Cute. So do you survive in your universe? Oh, yeah, kinda. Is a robot. That's funny. Okay, that's cute. She's talented. Okay. Yeah, it's not that I think that... Okay, first of all, if you're an indie game company, get your bag, do what you gotta do, you know, whatever it is. Let me not gatekeep money or whatever. But I don't like not having your story figured out before you go there. I think I'm just things can adjust. I think that's totally fair for things to adjust. I think it's fine to have maybe a couple of different pathways to get somewhere. But just as somebody who's really interested in storytelling and giving your audience hints and foreshadowing and everything, I don't know, all the things, okay? I think that not having a clear understanding of where you're going is a problem. Now, can I say for sure that Mob Entertainment doesn't have a vision that they've had since day one? No, I can't. But I sure can guess. If I had to put money on it, I would I would like chapter 4 to have some like a revision. I don't want to be I don't want to be a hater about Poppy Playtime because I haven't played it and I'm not gonna play it most likely. Maybe I'll play chapter 5 if people hound me. But I'm not very good at it and it would be really annoying to watch. I don't want to be I like I'm just saying it from the perspective of somebody who has watched people play games poorly and has been like, "Oh my god, can you please stop what you're doing? It's ridiculous." I think more mascot horror games should consider planning out their story beforehand or at least have a framework of where they want a story to go. Yeah, exactly. Like Amanda the Adventurer, I think that they like obviously when they made the freaking Game Jam version, they didn't have an idea. But I think once the first Amanda was out, they knew what they were doing with the next two games. Did they know everything that was going to happen? No. Of course not. Did they know everything they were going to introduce? Probably not. They knew ultimately you are going to save Amanda. I think they knew that, Rebecca, the whole time. Watch this space. I think that's true. I'm still riding that the prototype is Elliot. They're going to have to prove me wrong. The story itself will have to prove me wrong. Diablo. My scream's good. They're loud. Aw. I'm okay, cool. Okay. Maybe we can react to a playthrough. That's what I did with chapter 4 Carnish. I just watched all of Daco's videos. I just did it, but I did it as a members only stream, I think, because I didn't want to take views away from Daco. But officially the prototype has an IQ of 100. People even got the name Marcus from the first ATA. Exactly, exactly. Yes, you get it. They knew where they were going. They may not have understood everything or known everything, but but they knew where they were ending up. And that to me is how you write a good story. It's one of the components. And it may very well be why I love Amanda the Adventurer so much because like I honestly like look forward to Amanda the Adventurer stuff more than Five Nights at Freddy's. And I'm sad that they're done with Amanda's story, but I think they could keep going if they wanted to. I've only seen some ATA playthroughs on GT Live and some from Press Start. Press Start to laugh. Got it. Also where you get Poppy stuff. Okay, I haven't watched Press Start to laugh. That boy is corrupt. PTSD on the daily. He sure effed me up. Okay. Cool. Okay. Nice, Diablos. I gotta tell you what, though. I can't with Garten of Banban. I used to watch it like, I used to watch people play that game for the lols. Can't even do that anymore. I literally watching it, I'm like, this is like Coco Melon or something. Like, it's pissing me off. Major swears are bleeped out, but there's some foul language. Okay, fair enough. No, yeah, I hate it too. Tried to catch a spider in your room and now you can't find it. Oh, I'm so sorry. The lore changed horribly. Yeah, I know. I was like, I could potentially get on board with this, but then the story was just like, I don't know what the hell's going on anymore. I know, Clavis. It's just like it's not, I don't like it. It's not good for me. Mm-hmm. Carnage, I agree. You know what I just realized? That this isn't just full sugar soda. It's like also like sugary syrups inside of it. That's why I'm like losing it. Look, it's delicious and it's gorgeous. I mean, look at it. It's like magic in there. I love it. Why won't it focus? Hello? I guess that's just as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, I don't know what to do about this. I don't know what to do about this. The boba keeps getting stuck to the roof of my mouth. I don't know how I'm gonna have a video out on Friday. I haven't done anything. I didn't feel good yesterday. I should have just at least written or something. How long have I been streaming? 2.5 hours? Thank you, Carrie. Oh, T-Dreads is like actually trying to give a third act to the FNAF movie. FNAF 2 movie. I won't talk about that. I do want to do a video at some point. This is not any spoilers, nothing about really about the movie at all. I won't even give any details. But I do want to oh, fair enough, Yumi. I'm so sorry. But I want to make a video about how I would write the FNAF 2 movie as a limited series rather than a movie, because I think it would have worked better as a limited series, the way that they kind of have it. Yeah, I totally understand, Carrie. You know what's funny? You say that. I literally am I pronouncing your name right? I know someone named Carrie who spells it like that, but I'm realizing that maybe I should ask. I think a FNAF series would have gone hard. In the realm of Stranger Things, I think it would have gone hard. You're saying it right? Okay, yay. Yeah, Clavis, I agree. Oh, for the Secret of the Mimic story, that would be awesome too. Yes, I agree. I agree. But I've thought about just like writing it out, at least outlining the series of events to be like, this is how I would write this as a limited series, because I think it would be so helpful to the pacing of the movie that they made. The pacing of the movie that they made would have slapped so hard as a limited series. And that's what my thesis would be for the video. But can I be so real? How does anybody upload weekly? Unless you just don't have a job. Like if YouTube is your job, then I totally understand how you're uploading a video every week. But like I have a full-time job. I did not realize, oh my God. When I went from part-time to full-time, it was just one more day added to my schedule. Like, I can't get anything done. I'll put out a video on Friday. I don't want to work on another video again until Wednesday. I don't even want to think about another video until Wednesday, but I have to think about a video before Wednesday. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to like get off here, write a little baby script or something, and just do a little baby something on Poppy Playtime. I don't know. Once in a blue moon, have no idea how people can upload weekly. I was doing really well for a while. I genuinely don't know what happened. Like, I think I ran out of things to talk about or something. I don't know. Not literally that, but like, um, maybe they just pre-record and post the vids like they're new. Yeah, I mean, I imagine so. Like, I imagine they plan in advance, but like, even during my hiatus, I was like, I don't want to do anything. Like, I want to go to work and come home and pretend that I don't exist until I have to go back to work. I think this is called depression. Um, but you know. I was really excited for the OMC video. That was really fun. I enjoyed making that, but then I just immediately was just like, I don't care anymore. Like, all over it. Immediately. Yeah, Harrison. It changes your life. Full-time jobs suck. It's fine. I know it's fine, but I need my money up. Like, unfortunately, like, okay, there was a time when the world was kind. Um, I dreamed a dream in times gone by when I could make weekly FNAF videos. Um, the editing takes ages. I know. I agree. Well, that's why people hire editors, right? Like, that's why. I know, baby, I'm coming. I'm sorry, I'm wrapping up. Zeke wants to. Zeke would like me to wrap up, so I'm gonna do that. But yeah, anyway. Bleh. So I've just been failing. And it's like, it's funny because I'll be like, I'll just do some low effort content this week. But then it means I don't actually have the time to do the longer effort content, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. I might make just maybe I'll just do like the quickest little thing. I'll just do a really, really quick little thing this week. I don't even care if the video hits 10 minutes. That's what I'll do. Maybe just shorts. I have considered that too. You know what's so funny? I love making shorts, and I have stopped because I just like, what's the word? Like, because like I don't know what I'm talking about. Because I would have to get just as dressed up to do shorts is basically, I think, what I'm saying. It's because like the way that YouTube works, I don't like the way that trying to edit YouTube shorts is a nightmare. And trying to get music in YouTube is stupid. Like, they have so many more like weird copyright issues and stuff, and I'm like, just don't monetize it. Just say I can't monetize it. Could just use your voice. I know. But then you have to do more editing. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I gotta wrap up. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I won't even care if this week's video hits 10 minutes. I'll just do my impressions. Oh, maybe I can do like how I hope they bring Poppy back. Like, because I feel like Poppy 4 we're kind of falling off. I'll have to go back and see what my thoughts were when Poppy Playtime 4 came out, because I wonder if I was really soft on it. I'll have to go see, because but yeah. I wonder if I was too soft on it. But yeah, then I'll be like, please, Mob Entertainment, like, do better. I don't know. I was not soft on 3. And people were kind of like on me for that, I think. But anyway. I don't know. I still think I was cooking with the Elliot thing. I don't know. I think I'm still cooking with the Elliot thing. We'll see. If I'm wrong, I really don't care. But I think I was cooking with that. All right, I gotta go because Zeke desperately would like me to take him out so he can go potty. So I'll do that. And thank you all for joining me. Thank you, Carrie, for being here. And F11, if you did stick around. It's nice that you popped in, and I totally understand if you didn't stay. Being a hater can be flavored fun. Indie horror has a bloat problem, but is still fun. Don't use AI, and never give Nervous extra caffeine. So true. So true. All right. I'll see you guys Friday. I will not be streaming on Friday unless it's late. Because I have an event to attend. So if I do stream on Friday, just know it will be very much later than my usual time. I should have announced this. I'm not very good at this stuff. Whenever people criticize that I'm not doing enough for the algorithm, I'm like, oh no. Like, if of all the things, I cannot care about that alongside everything else. It just is what it is. All right, I'm gonna have a good night. I hope you have a good night. I'm gonna go take Zeke to go potty. He's gonna love that. And I'll see you. You'll see me on Friday in video, and I probably won't stream, but we'll see. All right. Okay. Bye. Okay, bye. Okay, bye.